Now more from the Activism Media Policy Summit. Earlier today, a panel looked at social media and its impact on traditional news gathering. Industry leaders agreed that Twitter and Facebook are fundamentally changing the way traditional media gathers in.
These websites may be changing the world and the way we communicate, but are they prompting a loss of privacy?
There's no pyramid of authority the way there was before.
Social media websites like MySpace, Facebook, and Twitter have taken the world by storm. They've grown immensely in popularity throughout the years. People use them to write down everything from their thoughts to promoting their business to sharing pictures from events with their friends and family. These websites have become the basis of how we spread information. But what people don't realize is that everything you post on the internet can be found by someone else. That is what's wrong. There's a loss of privacy distributed by these websites.
If the idea is essentially I should be able to crawl the network with any degree of vigor I like, and anything I find about you is fair game for me as an employer to review, that's problematic.
It's online, but is it public information? We're going to figure out where we draw the boundaries of privacy in the online age.
Once it hits the internet, there's no saying where it's gone.
It's public. It's like leaving your diary lying on the park bench.
I don't think that employers should be reading Facebook or MySpace.
Stuff that I don't think I'd want my employer or my school to see.
The Constitution, though not specifying the right of privacy, relates to protecting it with almost every amendment. In Amendment 1, the privacy of beliefs is protected. Amendment 3, the privacy of a home. Amendment 6, the privacy of person and possessions. Amendment 11, a possible protection for privacy. The 14th Amendment, with the Due Process Law, protecting life, liberty, and property. Privacy is one of the most important rights given to an American. But recently, with the uprising of social media and social networking, we've seen this right become less and less protected and important.
How often do you use Facebook?
I use it a lot to check on my grandkids.
How often do you use other social networking sites?
I use Twitter almost every day.
Why do you use these websites? What do you feel is the purpose?
I do it because the cool kids do it. It's the new technological generation.
Do you post private information?
I don't talk about my age, my politics, my religion, honey.
Did you know that anything you post on the internet is fair game for anyone to search and read? Does this change your desire to post private information?
What? Are they reading my mail or listening to my phone calls too? I'm done with this thing.
Did you know employers use Facebook while selecting employees? How do you feel about this?
If they don't want anybody to know, they shouldn't write it at all.
How important is your privacy to you?
I'm a very private person. I only talk to people at the senior center.
Do you use privacy settings on your personal web pages? Why or why not?
Whatever my son Albie set up for me.
What are your thoughts on the loss of privacy, if there is one, in modern times?
Back in my day, we didn't have texting and Facebook. You weren't in constant communication. That's the problem.
Are you aware of the risks of these websites? If you are, why do you continue to use them?
I know there's risk. But there's risk when I walk to my front door. I slam
data security and about privacy and where regulators should and shouldn't go. So let's offer a forecast. We've got a couple months left. There's a lot happening in Washington, including this, much maligned super committee that's kind of sucked a lot of air out of the room. What are the chances that we see A, some kind of data breach law, or B, some kind of online privacy effort actually move somewhere in Congress this year? Maybe in about a sentence or two. Let's start with you, Stu.
I think on data security, you've got about a 50% chance that something could cross the finish line, but there's a lot of work to do, and the calendar's going to get closer. I think on a broader privacy bill, there's going to be a lot of hearings and discussion, but it's a much more complicated debate than any of the proposals or one Congress would do. And so I think it will wind up being informed by these reports coming out of the Commerce Department and FTC this year.
Jerry.
So I think Stu sort of hit the nail on the head in terms of the short-term prognostication. I think longer-term, there are a couple of factors that suggest to me, at least, that we will see more regulation rather than less.
Whoa! Where were you?
Dad, I was just at my friend's house.
We were at the library.
Hey.
Study it.
I checked on my GPS and you were not there.
Dad, why are you invading my privacy?